Back now at 7:44 with the most amazing creatures on Earth. The Discovery Channel's new series, Life, provides a fascinating look at some of the most spectacular and bizarre animals and plants on the planet. Mike Gunton is the executive producer of the series. Roger Munns is one of the cameramen who captured the awe-inspiring images, one of 70 cameramen and women who did so. Guys, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
I have to say at the onset that this series took more than 4 years to make,
right.
Over 3,000 days of filming all over the world, every continent. How would you describe the series, Mike, in a nutshell? What is it about?
It's about survival. It's about the amazing ways that animals and plants overcome the challenges that they face every day in their lives in order to survive.
And we have some examples of amazing moments in the animal kingdom, beginning with the survival of the pebble toad in Venezuela. We're going to put up the pictures. And Mike, why don't you tell us how this little fellow escapes a tarantula?
The thing about the pebble toad is he lives in a place where there are virtually no predators, but there is one, which is this tarantula, which has a real taste for toads. And rather than hopping, he throws himself off the cliff.
And he's only an inch big,
He's
right?
about the size of a postage stamp, and no tarantula would ever follow that. So it's an amazing, surprising escape strategy.
It's unbelievable that he does that. Also, Roger, you were the cameraman for the humpback whales in South Pacific when they did what's called a heat run. It's the first time it's been filmed in its entirety. What is that exactly?
The heat run essentially is pretty much the biggest fight in nature. You've got 10, 50-ton humpback whales all chasing a single female whale. And the idea is that they want to be the last man standing, the last man next to the lady, in order that they can mate later on.
Do some of them actually die in the process of this?
They certainly get bashed around. I mean, basically they'll use tactics like they'll breach on top of each other, they'll smash into each other, and they'll even blow bubble trails in front of the other whales to kind of put them off, to blind them, in effect.
So this has to be a challenge for you as the cameraman trying to get this on film.
It's really tough because I'm putting myself in their environment, so they're moving very fast. They're 500 times my weight. And I'm having to free dive down on a single breath of air to then film them rushing past me. It's almost like standing on a freeway and having 10 big Mack trucks run past you.
Was there a part of you that went, why am I doing this?
There was a big part of me. Thanks for sending me out there, Mike.
Exactly.
It's scary.
We'll move from the whales to the adorable monkeys in Brazil. Capuchins, you call them?
Capuchins.
Capuchins. Yeah. What makes these guys so special?
They are one of my favorites. They're so intelligent. They have this really difficult problem. They want to open these nuts, but they're very, very hard to open. So they spend some time getting them ready, and then they use these hammers, big stones, to smash open the nuts. And it takes incredible skill, because, if they miss, they hit their toes, or, so it takes them about 5 or 6 years to really perfect that. And one of the things is that the babies take ages to learn, and they're absolutely hopeless at it when they start. It takes them ages to work out how to do it, and they drop the stones, and they
But it shows how intelligent they are.
Absolutely.
It clearly does. We're going to look now at a baby ibex in Israel who's trying to outsmart a fox. And Roger, tell me about this particular film and how hard it is to shoot something like this.
Yeah, this is an amazing sequence. You've got some ibex which are about a week old, and they're just coming out on their first journey as they have to make it down this incredibly steep cliff. And of course the predators know this and they're waiting. But as a cameraman based there, it requires so much patience. The guys are there waiting with a long lens for weeks on end.
Waiting for something like this to happen.
And when it does happen, you've got to be ready to press the record button. Everything's got to be right. So it's high pressure.
So was there a lot of wasted time in this? Where you could have waited forever and never seen that?
Yeah, in a shoot like that, there's always the chance of failure, but hopefully, it'll come off. Yeah.
And finally, I just want to show the audience one of the most beautiful mating rituals. This is a grebe, I guess. Can you describe what they're doing, Mike?
Well, this is direct contrast to what's going on with the humpback whales. They have this wonderful little relationship where they give each other little gifts and they mimic each other's behaviour perfectly. And as they do it, they bond tighter and tighter and tighter, and eventually get to this moment where they feel they've got to that point, and then they do this extraordinary dance where they run along the water, absolutely side by side. And seeing them do it is
so
extraordinary.
Romantic. That is unbelievable.
And they look so beautiful, and the stamina to do it, because they're literally running on water. It's amazing.
And this is just a tiny taste of what this series has. How many installments of the entire series? 11, I believe?
There's 11 installments shown over 5 weeks, and about 150 stories just like that.
And what do you want the takeaway value to be?
The animals are real individuals, they've got real characters, and they have the same sorts of things that we admire about people. They're heroic, they're determined, and they're just wonderful creatures.
It's an amazing, amazing series. Congratulations, Mike, and Roger as well.
Thank you.
Mike Gunton and Roger Munns. Live premieres this Sunday night on the Discovery Channel. Don't miss it.